Hey, so today should be a fairly short video. It's just sort of a midterm recap, some errors that were made and some things that should be changed. Um, the song that's playing is called Fake Palindromes by Andrew Bird. I'm going to have that going just for a little while to get the introductions out of the way. So this morning I did a couple meetings through the Center of Faculty Excellence to figure out how to transition our classes online a little more smoothly. I also got a whiteboard, but I realize now I got to write bigger on it. But I'll read you the quote anyway, because it's a good tie-in. So the main thing is, again, this is going to be a short video. It's not an official lecture video, so there's that. I'll probably also do this called asynchronous, so that means I'll just put a video out for everyone, and you can watch it at your leisure, but by a specific time, obviously, and try to do Google Meet with you guys so I can answer any questions in real time, and we can talk about stuff. I'm also going to make a forum called Questions for the Professor. The doctor is in, so if you have anything, all questions can be seen because there'll be a discussion board. And that way, I don't have to answer the same questions over and over, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are in panic mode, and a lot of the questions are going to be the same. So instead of giving the same answer 50 bloody times, I can just do it once. Easy peasy. All right, it's enough out of Mr. Bird. Make sure you guys can hear it. It's kind of weird. We're all getting used to this together. So now let me full screen this bad boy. There we are. View full screen. Okay. Let me fix that just because I'm a little... There we are. Yes, this is my siren shirt, where it's like Ariel like a pinup girl. Because why not? Have fun with it. I do have a study buddy here. Let's see if we can get him. He's elusive. Oh, that's not great. Hey, Archer. He's my TA. I forgot to disconnect something. That's what you heard. The crashing noises and all of that stuff. So you're going to have to bear with me a little bit as I'm figuring stuff out. Fortunately, this is an unofficial video, right? That helps.
Battery low.
Yeah. That's a speaker. By the way, got that at the Parisian catacombs. I like it. Most scholars have this thing called a memento mori. It means moment of death. Basically, so it inspires you to keep working. So, death is imminent. It's not supposed to be grim or anything like that. It's just supposed to be more one of those things that you do things because you know your time is limited. So make the most of it. And here are all like my degrees in Harvard, PhD, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, enough of that. Before I sit you guys down. Oh, isn't this fun? It's backwards. But it's in front of a mirror. I'm not very good at backwards writing. See, this is why I'm doing these videos, to avoid unforeseen complications. Alright, so one of the biggest problems in the midterm I noticed were some of you guys were not introducing quotes. You always have to introduce quotes. They can't just come out of nowhere, right? So you introduce quotes, and that what it does is it lets the reader know who's saying this, why is it significant, and how are you going to use it? How is it serviceable to your essay, right? So I think this quote's appropriate. Marcus Aurelius was a great Roman statesman, also a known Stoic. Stoics, they get a bad rap. A lot of people don't quite know what a Stoic is. So this quote is, it's slightly short because the rest of it gets a little grim, is everything that happens is either endurable or not. If it's endurable, endure it. If it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. If it's unendurable, then stop complaining. Essentially, that's saying complaining doesn't really help. If you can endure something, you just do the thing. You endure it. If you cannot endure it, well, you'll die, and then through your death, the thing that was unendurable will also go away. Stoics are very practical people. So, now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to try and write big. I can't write backwards, so limitations, right? But this board is pretty nifty. I mean, I guess I could try writing backwards. Maybe I'll start doing this on my phone. At least this kind of stuff. Give me a moment. The other stuff will be faster to erase. Hope you guys aren't freaking out too much. You know, it's not so bad. I mean, pandemics are bad. I'm just saying, a little bit of social distancing. We'll get through it together. I'm going to be here as much as I can through videos and other media. Yeah, this board came with a nifty magnet so I can put stuff on it. I don't know if I'll ever use it. Beats me. Okay, let me get this out of the way too. Get my life in order. So another one of the biggest things that I noticed was, aside from introducing quotes, the use of absolutes. We've talked about this before. You don't want to paint yourself into a corner if you say all or every. Most of the time it's not. It just isn't. There are very few. There are some instances. And if you notice, the Marcus Aurelius quote uses an absolute. But he's making a point from doing that. Everything's either endurable or it's not. One of the two. Doesn't really matter which way you go with it. So, complain doesn't help. The other thing I wanted to address is tautology. There wasn't that much of it. Tautology, to remind you guys, is saying the same thing twice. I personally believe, I think that. Also, when you write an essay, you don't need to put I personally believe or I think that, because it's implied you think that, because you're putting it in your essay. You're already writing the thing, right? Now, what makes a strong thesis? Strong thesis basically has two components. The first, what is the crux of your argument? What is the main thing that you're arguing? And second, how are you going to argue that? You want to put in between 2 to 4 points, as we've covered in class, right? It's not rocket surgery. I believe in you guys the way cryptozoologists believe in Bigfoot. I've used that one before. I'll come up with new material. All right. The other thing is, and again, I'm going to write big. It might be backwards, I'm sorry. There's a big difference between I don't even know if you guys can see that, but I'm going to pull it closer. We'll figure this out together. Maybe I'll just have someone hold it. We'll figure it out. Away versus a way. Now, I know a lot of you guys, what you're thinking, oh, that's pretty rudimentary. Well, it came up on kind of the majority of them. Away altogether is to be gone, apart, get away from me. Away, away, you know? A way is a means. Let's find a way to make this class successful together, and other cheesy things. So they're very different. The other one that's very related to this that came up a lot, shockingly a lot, maybe I should just put a mirror in front of this or something. I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Apart versus a part. This one, I mean, even worse than away. That's how much it came up. It was crazy. So apart, the first one, versus a part. A part is to be set aside from, not part of. Apart from this. So apart from some technological limitations, hopefully class will go on as usual. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going to try though. And a part is a constituent member of a thing. So that's fancy speak for saying a piece of a whole. This is a big part of this. We are all a part of this class. Though we are apart right now, we're away from each other, we're still a part of this class. Very different meanings. That one pesky little space changes content a lot. The other one I saw a lot of was this. A lot of them start with A. Oh, also I think this was just kind of, because you guys were writing quickly, know the difference between a and an. you know? Typically it's with a vowel sound, not just a vowel sound. And is when you use that. There are some exceptions, but general rule of thumb is a versus and. Yes, you know that. Effect versus effect. This one came up a lot, and my screen went black on me. Let me put in the charger again so I can see what I am doing. Give me a moment. Sorry, technical limitations. Come back to me. Oh, God. Screensaver and everything. There we are. Cool. So, effect versus effect. Effect is typically, not always though, now. Typically. Effect is always a verb. Effect can sometimes be a verb as well, but that's sort of part of it. So the effect something has on you, E, little e, right? It's with an E. The effects of this, the effect of that. Special effects, right? Affect is a verb. His traumatic experiences affected his interpersonal relationships. Oh, it's like an Ang Lee film. Speaking of which, only Ang Lee can take, the original Hulk movie, which is about a guy that gets super mad and just destroys things. And instead of focusing on this green rage monster that everyone wants to see just like go ham on everything, no, what we get is him dealing with the interpersonal and intrapersonal relationships that comes with coping with the monster within. Who wants to see that? Seriously. People want to see big green man smash things. Right, Archer? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Good lord, I just brushed you yesterday. Look at that. It's crazy. Just brushed me yesterday. Snow dogs, right? So that's another big one that came up a lot. Watch your colloquialisms. Colloquialisms are essentially kind of slang terms when you're being a little too chatty with things. Oh, stop using in conclusion. Not too many of you guys did that, but it's just entirely unnecessary. Aside from that, like I told you guys before, I was quite pleased with the midterms in general. When you do your citations, remember, there is no comma in the parenthetical. Punctuation goes within the quotes in American Standard as well. So remember, in American Standard, let's say you don't use the whole quote, right? So you kind of cut off the quote at some point. So you use an ellipses, which are the 3 periods. So you have dot, 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 right? Let me make that bigger. Maybe it's the glare. I don't know, maybe. Jeez. I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll get it a little closer or something. I'll figure it out. I don't know right now. This is kind of a test drive. It's not an official one, right? See my bookshelf. So, remember, punctuation goes within the quotes in American Standard, right? So if you're using a word like it's unconventional or something, where you go, toxic is defined in this term, you put, if there's a comma that happens to go there, you put comma, then the double quote on the outside of it. Now that's American Standard writing. So remember, you guys being Americans, put the punctuation within the quotes. Not for me, not for yourselves, but do it for the bald eagles, because every time you do that, or every time you put the punctuation outside of the quotes, that's not the end of it, where you need to put a parenthetical, a bald eagle gets sick. It's true. Absolutely happens. So don't do it for me. Don't even do it for yourselves. Do it for those eagles, those enduring symbols of American freedom. Right? Okay. Now, if you do have that parenthetical, remember, it'd go here, and if you name the person earlier, you don't write their name. You would just put the page number, 8, or whatever it is. If you didn't name the person, it'd be end of the quote, here's the text, name. Again, no comma, no page number, nothing. Name, space, 8. and you put Mr. Period there. Or Mrs. Or 2020, whatever variation, non-denominational period you want to put. So I'll be posting more videos soon. I'm going to try and figure out how to make that board work a little bit for us, not against us, because it is kind of backwards, isn't it? But in general, it should be fine. I'm also going to rename some of the topics to the week, so it'll be a little easier to find. Journal entries I'll be posting, and we'll just see how all this goes. I'm also looking forward to your feedback. That's always good. I did get a number of emails this morning when I said 12. That's a soft deadline for sections 51 and 52 because you guys were one response behind, and I want you guys to have just as much opportunity as sections 53 and 54 to get those grades up by just answering a journal entry. That writing prompt, the same one 53 and 54 had about plagiarism. And the next one, we'll talk about it. But again, since classes are canceled today and tomorrow, this is an unofficial video. All right, well, you guys have a great day. Stop freaking out, all of you. There's no need. There's no need for it. And you know what? Hey, Archer, up, come here. Come here, boy. There he is. All his... Get over here, crazy dog. It was his birthday yesterday. All right, say goodbye to the students and say hi to them. Alpha, what the hell are you doing? All righty. Take it easy. And remember, email me if you have any questions. Your feedback is very important. And smash that subscribe button. Bye, guys.